Welcome back to Krown's Crypto Cave, and welcome to the first video of this Technical Analysis 101 series, and we'll be beginning with where it all starts and ends, candlesticks. So without further ado, let's get on right into it. Okay, you might be familiar with these good old candlesticks over here. Now, if you don't have this by nature on your chart, this is what you're looking for right here, just this way of charting. There's several different ones, but we'll be talking about candlesticks today. So that's the one that I use the most. So first things first, what are they and what do they represent? Candlesticks quite literally just represent price action for that given amount of time. Now, with regards to this current chart that we have up here, we are currently on a daily time frame. So each candlestick represents 1 day's worth of action. Now, if you are trading cryptocurrency, your day begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and it ends at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is the exact time that these candlesticks encapsule. Now, what are they and what do they represent? Well, they represent price action, but that doesn't necessarily cover the whole damn thing now, does it? Because you'll notice that you'll have these what are called bodies, and then what these smaller portions are called wicks. The bodies is where price action actually opened and closed at. So for example, using this guy right here, this guy specifically right here, the bottom, as you can see at the top right over here, is telling you that the low was 76.94.5. It opened at 20 right there, and it closed at 83.91. But you'll notice it actually went up higher than it closed at 84.78. So the body represents where it both opened and closed at, and the wicks represent the highs and the lows. Now, sometimes you'll notice that the highs and the lows can also be where it opens and closes in a particularly strong, robust market. That can certainly happen. However, a lot of the times you will get some wick of some sort, and these wicks imply something. A long wick to the upside implies downwards pressure, implies heavy selling. In the case, this was a especially particular case over here. And a long wick to the downside like this implies heavy buying, typically known as a bull wick, typically known as a bear wick. Although these are very terrible examples because both of these were not the ones to be looking at. This is your traditional bull wick down here, forcing price action back up, telling you that, hey, we got a lot of buyers. And for the opposite example, let's just get one good one. Right over here, long wick to the upside, bear wick, and boom, down. Okay, so that is what they are. That's what they represent. Let's talk about the different types. Now, of course, this is an introductory video, so I want to remind you that this is not the full picture, but it's good enough to get you started. And the different types. Okay, you'll have these full-bodied guys, which is quite literally just a continuation. Now, what happens when you get one of these big wicks? Well, in this scenario right here, you have what is called a hammer with a long wick to the bottom, forcing price action back up after key point coming from a downtrend all the way over here. That tells you that there's a lot of buy pressure keeping this thing from going lower and implies that perhaps you might have found a true low. Now, let's go back to the other example over here. And let's look at this guy. This guy was what's known as a shooting star, which is essentially a long wick to the upside. A long wick to the upside. It implies heavy sell pressure, aka down move likely incoming, which is exactly what you saw over here. Now, of course, we can get into all of the different types of candlesticks, and that is certainly helpful. But I want to reiterate the key point here in basically understanding what the wicks imply. Long wick to the upside, a lot of selling. Long wick to the downside, a lot of buying. Buy pressure, essentially. Now, let's just talk about a couple more as they are very important. Let's talk about the bullish and bearish engulfing candlesticks. And the bullish engulfing candlestick, let's first find an example as I scroll through along here. Do we have one? Yes, we have one right here. The bullish engulfing candlestick is an incredibly bullish formation. What does it imply and what is it? Well, it needs to both it needs to both go below the low of the prior candle. So this guy right here, you need to go below that, and you did at 57.78. And then you need to close above the prior high of that former candle. That is an incredibly bullish candlestick, and you see that there's a nice rally being spun off from that. Let's find the opposite but equal bearish engulfing. And because I don't have an example over here on my daily, I know I have one on a weekly, and we have a perfect example right here. We have this weekly both opening above this prior candlestick over here by just about $100, and presumably, most likely, while it's not set in stone just yet, if it does close here lower, you will get what's called a bearish engulfing by closing below the low of that prior. Okay, on to the next one. The last point here. Higher time frames versus lower. So when looking at these sorts of formations, when looking at these candlesticks, I want to be very, very clear in stating this. Yes, analyzing these candlesticks with exactly the same logic that I just applied on that daily time frame does apply to lower time frames. However, it's less likely to actually play out. Higher time frames also take precedence, and if you would like my sort of modus operandi on time frames, which will be the next video, will be essentially just a little lead in. Lower time frames, less strong. So especially below an hour is almost like not even, it's always worth looking at, but they can be very easily overshadowed. By the same token, when you start getting above, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, they start to have a little bit more weight to them. And especially once you get to the daily time frame, 2-day, 3-day, and weekly, those will have a lot of weight to them. And those are the ones that I can certainly make a much better play just based off of the formation of that candlestick. So that's going to do it for this first introductory video. I hope that this finds you well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.